I'm a 44-year-old mom with two children.
Can you tell us more about how you started and how you got into powerlifting?
Lifting journey started with wanting to be strong for them.
What all do you think was phenomenal in your case? Because starting with your bench progress.
Oh yes, everything has been phenomenal. See, first of all, I was not a very weak lifter. And my technique was quite sound. What I evidently lacked was a good program.
Having a lack of empathy doesn't work at all.
See, my deadlift was a proper grind. I have never done that in my life ever. I actually never had that kind of fear. He's 25. I don't know how many of you know that.
The top 3 suggestions do you want to give them to get started? Do this grind was her mental resilience and her mental ability to push herself. To be honest, that's one of the most inspiring things for me as well. So Deepa, please tell everyone on our channel something about yourself and how your competition was.
I am a 44-year-old mom with two children who are specially able. And my lifting journey started with wanting to be strong for them. So it was a great day. I had a lot of fun, and I realized that I have a competitive streak in me because I could push myself because he pushed me. So it was wonderful.
That's really nice. Can you tell us more about how you started and how you got into powerlifting?
I started with the need for wanting to lose weight, and slowly I realized that I like to lift weights also, and I realized that would also help me build strength because I have to take care of my children. They are dependent on me, so even for their everyday needs I have to take care of them. So I wanted to get strong for them. So I used to just follow my own program of, I was self-coached, very particular about technique, make a lot of videos and everything. Slowly I realized that I'm strong enough to actually compete, and that's when I reached out to Vedant and asked, "You think I have a chance?" He was like, "Yes, you do," and he immediately sent me the data of how people are performing in competitions and everything. I was like, "Chalo, let me compete," and that's how our journey together started. And there's been no looking back once I have started.
So just to talk about your achievements in the past 6 months that you have worked together. I'm sorry. What all do you think was phenomenal in your case? Because starting with your bench progress.
Oh yes, everything has been phenomenal. See, first of all, I was not a very weak lifter. And my technique was quite sound. What I evidently lacked was a good program, which Vedant brought into my life with my training. And I used to squat when I started with Vedant. I used to squat 120, and today I did 155, and this is since last August.
Yeah.
So not very long ago. And bench was at 70. Today I can bench 85. Today, of course, in the competition we did 82 and a half, but I can bench 85. And deadlifts, it was at 135, and today we did 175. It's a phenomenal growth for just about 6 months of training. It's like wow. So what I lacked was a good program, which my coach has given.
So one of the most important things that women look into, like even you started with looking into fat loss and strength gain, but most women stay away from heavy lifting, squat, bench, and deadlift. They feel like it's not for them, or else their uterus might fall out, or else they might start losing their hair. There are a lot of misconceptions.
Oh, yeah.
Were there something that you had?
uh, the thing is, what I realized is Instagram has so much of information. I actually never had that kind of fears because I knew getting stronger as we age, we lose a lot of muscle. And since my why was to get strong, I just focused on that, and I followed a lot of accounts on Instagram, which showed what needs to be done, what kind of exercises needs to be done, and that's how I landed on his account also, Instagram account. So it was never a problem for me to get stronger or build muscle, or no, there was never hesitation in following that path.
Do you see women training around you in the gym facing some similar misconceptions?
No, I think I have realized that over the period of time that I have inspired a lot of women, and even a lot of kids also. And the kids of 17 to 18-year-old,
Yeah.
they have been inspired by the way I do things. That's what I train mostly in an apartment gym, so the community sees me every day. So most of them have reached out to me and told me they are inspired. So that's a really nice thing.
To be honest, that's one of the most inspiring things for me as well. And don't I'm not saying that she's my favorite lifter of all, but I try to give her example to a lot of people who give excuses as compared to doing the work, because she takes care of her kids as well. She sleeps only 4 hours per night on an
I'm
average.
not proud of it's not by choice. It's
Yeah.
yeah, I can't my sleep sucks.
along with her nutrition as well. Like for today's competition, we were weighing. I mean, I told her to chill about the weight class, but she was weighing in a bit more heavy. And in the beginning, we were like cut to cut with the person who came second, and we were back behind just because of the deadlift. Sorry, for our body weight, and we covered that on deadlift. But we will come to that. Before coming to that, how was your experience coming to the competition and of the competition? Because this is your first national meet, full powerlifting.
Uh, Whatever I had heard about PI meets being really long and sweaty, it has not been that bad. Actually, it's been a pleasant experience. You or take that it's summer and it's hot. That is a given. Otherwise, actually, it's been a pleasant experience. It's not been bad at all.
That's really good to know. So, what are your plans for the future?
Future next 3 months, I'm going to be competing masters.
And how many records do you plan to break there?
That I have to discuss with my coach, and I'll get back.
Yeah. So, to all the women who are watching this video, who look up to you and who are inspired by you, what top three suggestions do you want to give them to get started?
Get strong. Being weak is not a good thing at all. Get strong,
Being
whatever
weak is
it
an
is.
option as well.
Yeah, it's not an option. Especially as we women, as we age, we need that muscle to stay strong and to do our personal everyday things. So when you are in doubt, just get strong. That is the main thing. And put in the work. Don't expect miracles to happen over a period of 3 months, 6 months. Be consistent in what you do and put in the work. And if you can afford it, get a coach. Get Vedant as your coach,
This is
because
not this is not a marketing video.
no. I realize it makes a difference, especially if you're serious about it. It also holds you accountable to what you do and what you shouldn't. So it really streamlines your way of doing things. You're not hopping between programs, right? Which is important if you want to get stronger or get better at anything. You need to put in the work in a methodical way, right? And coach helps that. So I would say get a coach.
One thing I want to put here for all the coaches who are seeing this video is that whenever you deal with an athlete who is above your own age or else who is dealing with life circumstances differently than you can imagine, having a lack of empathy doesn't work at all. You need to be you need to empathize with that person and need to accustom the program according to them.
I would say that way Vedant has been. He's 25. I don't know how many of you know that. He's 25, but he has not behaved that way with me. Okay, mostly. Only once in a while he would say something. Then I would think, oh, he's 25, so he's allowed to say something like that. Otherwise, he's been extremely matured in the way he handles my thought process, or when I go to him with some doubts and things like that. He's handled it brilliantly, really. And it very recently I told my husband Vedant is only 25. Even he was surprised, like wow, because till then I had only told him what Vedant had told me. He had never mentioned his age, so he
Right.
was also taken aback, and he was also pretty impressed. So he's been excellent in all fronts.
Okay, so just to recap the meet that we had did today, and we opened with 140 kgs, and that was the master one record, 5 kgs above that. For the second attempt, we wanted to put 148 kgs, which was which was the Asian record in master one, 69 kg, but they didn't allow us, so we put 147.5 kgs, and for the third, we did 155, and that was the first grind of her life according to her. So, do you want to share your thoughts on that?
Yes, yes. Till now, my wins have been quite easy because I used to compete in masters, right? And as I said, I've realized I was quite strong, so my wins have come quite easy. And I've been asking Vedant, why do I want to come to Open? I can as well go to masters.
And win easily, like other people who do that and
Huh.
become Asian and world champions. Getting back to that,
Yeah. So, but he said the Open is where you will face competition and you will know what you can do. I realized, yes, I need that experience, of being put against people who are also strong, so that I can push myself and have that grind, of the lifts. I'm sure Vedant will share the videos. You will see my deadlift was a proper grind. I have never done that in my life ever. So I'm glad that I found out I have that in me. You know?
I think one of the main components that helped us do this grind was her mental resilience and her mental ability to push herself. Regardless of whatever that she has faced in life, she still does the work that I tell her to do, and she's the most disciplined person that I know. At least, I mean, a lot of my athletes will not be happy with this statement, but still, she's one of the most disciplined person that I know. Coming back to the competition, so my first attempt था 77.5 kg का, that there was a little bit of downward movement there, and we got 3 red lights for that. But the second attempt that we did of the same weight, it moved like anything, moved like a warm up. and then we jumped on to 182.5, which is 2.5 more than what she did at uh,
National bench
bench
press.
nationals in Bangalore in
And one gold, yes.
2023. Yes, and one gold there. So there was 22.5 in the third attempt, and it moved like anything, like RP7. Like it should have been the opener. It moved like that. Coming to the deadlifts, it was a real challenge there. क्योंकि वहाँ पे हमने 155 kg का open किया, and the person who was at loggerhead with us, who was running at the second position, she was doing similar deadlifts and putting similar attempts. It's
And
just
she weighed in 1 kg lesser.
lesser than her. So all we need to do was do. Come on, push, 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 lock it out. And you'll get this. Come on. Keep pushing. Come on, dear. Push, 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 push. Lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. Very nice. Push, 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 push. Lock it, 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 lock it,
ये ले लिया वीडियो।
Thank you.